Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 2, or tutorial number 2 for Community Warfare. What we're going to be talking about today is what's on the map, what does it mean, the phases that the game goes through, what the box on the right hand side here, up here, or what this means, 3 ways to select a planet, how to edit a drop deck, and what mechs to pick. So, first thing, what's on the map and what does it mean? So, what's on the map? Well, you see the little colors here. That's each of the different factions that were mentioned in the previous episode. You'll see here that each faction has the ability to attack once per faction it's bordered with, and defend once, basically, to who it's bordered with. So, right now, when we look in here to the FRR, for example, you see little flames. So, for example, right here, outpost, and you see that it looks like the planet's on fire. That means the planet, since it's within your borders, is currently being attacked. So if you look over here to the right, outpost with a little defend logo. It's telling you to defend the planet. And if you look up here, there's a little red icon. Red icon. Sorry, I'm learning English for the first time today. A little red icon with a little crosshair. That means you're attacking. So if we kind of scroll up a little bit, right now we are attacking Fort Loaded, which is down here, and we're attacking down here. So every planet that has a little flame is currently basically in contention. So you'll see that right now, for example, here's the part that I should mention as well. If it's in flames like that, you can actually click on it and play it, which we'll get into momentarily. That means that planet right there currently has basically games on it. So these are the planets here, and they have little smokes, which kind of indicates to you what planet you can click on to play. Now, if you see these ones here that have little flashes beside them and are flashing red, that means that they're currently in contention as well, but you can't play these ones for one reason or another. The factions that are playing one against each other, like these two here, are probably clan fights, so we can't get involved in that because it's clan versus clan. Also, you'll notice that down here there's some fighting down here, some fighting here, some fighting here. We can't go to those because we're not a member of any of those 3 factions. So it keeps you restricted to your general area of space, kind of like your little sphere of influence. So with that in mind, what does all this stuff mean on the right? Well, as I said earlier, the red here means that the planet is currently being attacked by your faction. So in this case, the Razzlehag Republic is currently attacking these 2 planets, while defending with the blue icon here, the little shield, these 6. Now, what these 2 columns are. This is the amount of attackers currently attacking a planet. This is the defenders currently defending said planet. So, if you're attacking a planet, what you want is a high, obviously, attack number and a low defend number. The groups that go into matches are in groups of 12. So use that accordingly. Some people are in groups of 8 and 9 or whatever, but they need at least 12 players to launch said attack or defense. So you see down here there's 13, so we already know there's 1 group playing, and probably 2 on this side at least. So it's kind of a 2-to-1 defense against attack type deal. So that's what all this means. Top left hand corner here, my name, the little logo of your faction, the amount of time you have left on your contract. So if you sign a 7-day contract, it'll be saying 6 days, X amount of hours, blah blah blah. Attack phase, how many days are left in the attack phase, which is usually always 0, because the attack phases are only 7 hours. There's 3 of them. So it'll say 7 hours, 0 minutes, or in this case 5 hours, 42 minutes. Now you're probably thinking, well, 7 hours leaves 3 hours a day. That's true. The 3 other hours are actually based on a ceasefire period, where the map gets updated. Basically, if a planet was taken and captured by another faction, like say for example we lose or Estilies down here, these little bastards over here take it, well, the map will update the area surrounding it, saying, okay, this is now part of their faction. Well, say we took Camelin, that area would then update on the map and show that we took it. So it's one of those things where it's very, every 3 hours the map's updating. Every 3 hours. It's very good. So it updates 3 times a day. Also in that time frame, it gives you the ability to take a rest, relax. Some people will play that last little bit just before. It gives you time to recoup. Use the C bills that you've earned. See what rewards you've gotten for your loyalty points and things like that. So it's really good. And then it gives you that moment to take a deep breath and relax. So as I said, there's 3 attack phases each 7 hours, and then 3 ceasefires basically, each at an hour each. So, what are the 3 ways to select a planet? Well, the first one, very, very simple. I've already mentioned it. You just click on it. Click on the planet. It pops up. Boom, here's some information on the planet. Here is the current planet info as to who's taken the planet, who's been fighting for it. And recently, we've been defending it quite well. And the queue info. This tells you how many players and what kind of groups are currently in the match. So, second way. Actually, we'll go with the third way real quick. So, third way, if we can do it here. No, it won't show up, but we'll just drag this up. Third way is usually if you're in the home screen. Right down here in the bottom right, if you're in the Mech Lab, Skill Tree, Store, you name it, down here in the bottom right, just above the settings option, you'll get a little pop-up. They'll say Susquehanna needs defenders or Susquehanna needs needs attackers. It's telling you, and it'll show red or blue. If it shows blue, it's a defense. It's telling you, hey, your faction's being attacked and there's not enough players on the map right now. You might want to come over and help. Or hey, we're attacking this planet, a whole bunch of us. We need more people. So it'll pop up with little things here saying, this planet needs to be attacked. This planet needs defenders and things like that. And it's very, very, very simple and easy. Just click on it, and it fires you right into the screen we were just in. Now, we're going to stars end here, and we're going to so right now we see here there's one group of 5 currently waiting, and 3 ones. So it's 8 people right now are in queue, waiting. This is very, very helpful later on when you're playing, because we only there's 8. If we join in, that'd be 9. 3 more people, and we'd have a full group of 12, and the match would launch. So before we even get into that, and all the stuff over here, or even what this is, well, obviously defend. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the drop deck, which is right here. So, drop deck is made of 4 mechs in total. It gives you a minimum tonnage and a maximum tonnage and what you're currently sitting at. So the minimum amount of tonnage you're allowed to go in with a robot is 160 tons. The max you can go in with is 240 tons. Now to edit said drop deck, you do that. You just hit the edit button. You then select the mech you want to swap out. You'll see that it automatically opens up the tabs for you. We're just going to close all these. I had them open earlier. And say we want to swap out our catapult for our awesome pretty baby. We're going to select there we go. So this is the prime example of the next step, which is what mechs to pick. You have to make sure that the mechs you pick fit within this 240 ton limit. You also have to realize that the mechs you pick have to be mechs that you A, like to play, and B, you've utilized, you've set up properly, you set up that you want to play with. Sorry. With that in mind, the guys I usually go with are A, someone with LRMs, depending on the map, which we'll get into a little later. Usually one guy that can snipe from far away, my grasshopper, and then 2 guys that can get in and deal lots of damage and run around a little bit. My hunchback and my enforcer. I'm kind of not too happy about my hunchback right now because he doesn't have jump jets, and believe you me, if he had jump jets, that would be so much more fun. So, that is overall how to add the drop deck and the mechs you pick. Now, there's one other thing I mentioned with the mechs you should pick. They also should be completely skilled out, meaning that you should have maximized the skills on them using the XP. Also, you should have modules on them using the GXP, and you should have that maxed out as well. So you have everything utilized to the peak efficiency of its mech. Because, say you come up against someone like me, for example, with my grasshopper. On my grasshopper, everything's maxed out. He is 100% mastered for everything. So he's got the speed tweak. He's got all the little quirks or all the little, all the little the upgrades for torso twist, everything. But then I also have the modules on there for the large lasers and the range, the cooldown, and the different other modules like zoom and seismic sensor and things like that. You can get those on these mechs. You throw them on there like you would a normal mech, but then you just add it in. Now, you will come against people like myself that have just set up their mechs exactly how they want, completely kitted out, and there you go. But also you'll go up against people that have the meta mechs, the mechs that are 100% utilizing everything. And to be honest with you, it's no big deal. It's someone that basically is sat there with a spreadsheet working all out. You know what? And good for them. They worked hard. So one of the things I just want to mention too is once you have a mech selected down here, for example, it's kind of removed from your pool up here. So if we go to the enforcer and say, you know what, we want to swap out our enforcer, we want 2 LRM boats because we're going to one of the maps that's really open and where our LRMs are going to be awesome on this map. If we go to catapult, our champion catapult's removed. So you can't have 2 of the same mechs. So that's one of the things. 2, when you come to picking your mechs, one of the things I do to kind of get just that little bit more out of my guys is I only use champion mechs. Not because because I'm awesome and I got them, because I spent money. Basically the reason why I pick them is for the SIBO bonus. SIBO bonus only. I don't do it for any specific reason other than that. Yeah. I have them painted up differently and all that stuff. That's the main reason why I use them, is for the money you can make with these guys. 400,000, 500,000, 800,000 in matches. So you can make a significant amount of money with the mech. So with that in mind, we're going to put an end to this video. The next video will be just that: rewards, loyalty points, the C-bills, and the faction loyalty rewards. We're going to go break down all of them as well, talk about it. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.